Hey, how are you guys doing? So we're gonna go over the second to last episode, season 2, episode 12 for Nijigaku. So of course we have very little time left to go over these rankings, as we only got one episode after this one. So first and foremost, let's of course go over the results for episode 12. So in 13th place we got I, 12 goes to Kanen, 11 goes to Emma, 10th place goes to Shizuku. We actually have a tie for 2 8 places. We have Reina and Kasumi. 7th goes to Mia, 6th goes to Setsuna, 5th goes to Danju, 4th goes to Yu, 3rd place goes to Ayumu, 2nd place goes to Shiriko, and 1st place goes to Kanata. I don't know what I was trying to say there. So, yes, Kanata ends up winning this episode, but there was a noticeable shakeup. So much for Kanen went from 1st to 12th. Yep, that was very short. So we definitely see again struggling for Kaden and Emma. That's kind of how it works. I getting dead last this time. I don't know if that's the first time, but yeah, these girls are all struggling. Diver Diva plus Emma not doing so hot. Notably, you went all the way up to 4th place here. So that is a considerable improvement, and that's because if you take a note, for 2nd place, she did pretty well, getting the most 2nd place votes. Of course, she had to contemplate what she was going to do. Is she going to participate in that competition or not? So definitely she played a big of a role in there. So that definitely would help her out. Of course, there was Ayumu. She was the 3rd place. And of course, she had a lot of roles in that specific episode where she wanted to see, is she going to go to London and be an idol there? So of course we see her getting the most 3rd place votes here, so that helped her out, and that's definitely more than what she usually gets. And Kanto ended up winning, as she's the one who had to help the Suit Girls out, so she just killed this episode, specifically getting an extreme amount of 1st place votes and just dominating the competition. Beyond that, we actually got Shiriko getting 2nd. I don't really remember a whole lot happening in that episode with Shiriko, but good for her. And then past that we got Nanju in 5th place. That's kind of where she's been chilling. She's getting 10th is a little bad for her on usual. 7th to game 6 is a little more worse than what she usually gets, but beyond that there isn't anything that's too crazy extreme out of the norm. As we see for the subunits, we have Quartz winning, and at this point we're out of the subunit episodes, and I don't think the next episode will be Rebirth, and people generally have come to accept Quartz being the top subunit. Rebirth is in 2nd place, then Azuna getting 3rd place. They get most 1st place votes, I guess because Ayumu had a thing here for this episode, but I found that quite interesting how they got the most 1st place votes, but still didn't actually get anywhere. That's of course because they did it pretty poor towards the rest of them. But overall, the subunits, they aren't exactly that far apart in terms of rankings, interestingly enough. So yeah, I guess Diver was the worst in every single category, which I don't know, I feel like that's a little unfair to Diver Diva. I know people are not huge on Kaden and I, but I think they could do a little better than that. But of course we'll get a bigger look into this in the next episode, which will go through every single girl and I'll say more. So for the results for each episode, here they are. We just got one more episode left, and of course next episode I'll go in far more detail and analyzing the overall results, but for right now we're just going to get a little glance at what's going on here. So as you can see, there are still a few girls who never got 1st place after an episode. That would be Ayumu, Kasumi, Shizuku, and Yu. So those girls, or did I forget Emma? But those girls have not gotten a 1st place for any episodes. Maybe that could potentially change in the next episode, but of course all of them can't get that. For overall, the anime average, we still have Rina taking 1st place, but that could potentially change. We still have Shiriko and Setsuna behind, but that's what's kind of been the trend here. Setsuna has generally always been popular, and so, same thing with Shiriko. Rina had one bad episode, where she kind of fell off. But these girls are the ones who've been winning people's hearts, and the girls who haven't, you, Cotton, Emma, and I think this kind of poll show that these are the girls who definitely need more support, who needs more fans, and potentially the staff can act on that in the future song releases or promotions or collaborations that they have. But that's kind of unfortunate to see these girls receive so not necessarily hate, but a lack of appreciation. So I think they could definitely use some more help in that department. But overall, it looks like the anime did a pretty good job of getting people to like Nanju and Shiriko, and Mia kind of, but not like super love. But I just figured that would be interesting. Again, we'll look into this in more detail in the next one, which I will go into much more detail looking at these girls. But of course, if you want to see the demographics of this poll, here they are. So we're here to see where people have voted. And of course, next episode, we'll get a bigger look into it. Thank you to all the people who participated on this poll. As you see their name fly across the screen. Thank you so much. Please do participate in the next poll, because that will be the last one. I might keep it open for a little longer. And of course, thank you to YouTube members like Coolmax for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. And of course, I have the comments that people left. But let me know what you guys thought about that episode, and what do you think about just the season in general. We still have one more episode, so of course there are some things that can happen. So you let me know what you think is going to happen for those girls, and what did you think of the season overall? Do you think they did a good job of supporting your girl, or do you think they did a good job of supporting girls that need more support? I don't think so. I think they're kind of just spread around, but some girls who really need more appreciation didn't quite get it. Cotton still needs more help, Emma needs more help, I needs more help. So they haven't really been that impressive to a lot of people. But if one thing they've done is that they made sure that Nanju is not super hated. So I guess that's a win in their books. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.